The burden of bringing up Dhritarashtra, Pandu and Vidura was on Bhishma. When all the three sons grew up, they were sent for education. Dhritarashtra became proficient in strength, Pandu in archery and Vidura in religion and policy. Dhritarashtra could not become the heir to the kingdom because he was blind when he was young. Vidura was the son of a slave, so Pandu was declared the king of Hastinapur. Bhishma married Dhritarashtra to Gandhari, the princess of Gandhara. When Gandhari came to know that her husband was blind, she herself blindfolded him. In those days, when Kunti, the cherished daughter of Yaduvanshi King Shursen, grew up, her father engaged her in the service of the Mahatmas who came home. Kunti used to serve all the sages, etc. who used to come to her father's guest house. Once Durvasa Rishi came. Kunti served him with all her heart. Pleased with the service of Kunti, Durvasa Rishi said, "Daughter, I am very pleased with your service, so I give you such a mantra, using which the deity you remember will immediately appear in front of you and fulfill your wishes." In this way Durvasa went away after giving the mantra to Rishi Kunti. One day, Kunti remembered the sun god by chanting that mantra while sitting in a lonely place to check the veracity of that mantra. At the same moment Suryadev appeared there and said, "Devi, tell me what you desire from me. I will definitely fulfill your wish." On this Kunti said, "Oh God, I do not have any type of expectation from you. I have chanted the mantra only to test its veracity." After listening to these words of Kunti, Suryadev said, "O Kunti, my visit cannot go waste. I give you a very mighty and charitable son." Saying this, Suryadev disappeared. Kunti could not tell this thing to anyone out of shame. When the time came, a son was born from her womb wearing armor rings. Kunti put him in a manjusha and drowned him in the Ganges at night. The child, floating by, reached the place where Adhiratha, the charioteer of Dhritarashtra, was watering his horse in the river Ganga. His eyes fell on the child wearing armor. Adhirath was childless, so he hugged the child and took him home and started raising him like his own son. That child had very beautiful ears, so he was named Karna. Karna was flowing in Gangaji when Maharaja Dhritarashtra's charioteer Adhiratha and his wife Ratha saw him and adopted him and started bringing him up. From the age of Kumar, Karna was more interested in the art of war than driving a chariot like his father Adhiratha. Karna and his father Adhiratha met Acharya Drona, who was one of the best masters of the art of warfare at that time. Dronacharya used to give education to the Kuru princes at that time. He refused to teach Karna because Karna was a charioteer's son and Drona used to teach only Kshatriyas. After Dronacharya's disagreement, Karna contacted Parshurama, who used to teach only Brahmins. Calling himself a Brahmin, Karna requested Parshuram for education. Parshuram accepted Karna's request and trained Karna in the art of warfare and archery like himself. Karna was cursed by his guru Parshuram and Mother Earth. Karna's education was at its last stage. It is a matter of afternoon, Guru Parshuram was resting with his head on Karna's thigh. After some time, a scorpion came from somewhere and bitten his other thigh and started making wounds. So that the guru's rest was not disturbed, Karna did not move away from the scorpion and endured its sting. In some time, Guruji's sleep was broken and he saw that a lot of blood was flowing from Karna's thigh. He said that only a Kshatriya can have the fortitude to bear the sting of a scorpion, not a Brahmin, and Parshuram cursed him for his false speech that whenever Karna needed his teachings the most, that day it will not be of any use to him. Karna, who himself did not know to which clan he belonged, apologized to his guru and said that if any other disciple had been in his place, he would have done the same. Although he felt guilty for cursing Karna out of anger, he could not take back his curse. He then gave Karna his bow called Vijay and blessed him that he would get what he wanted most, everlasting fame. In some folklore, it is believed that the scorpion was Indra himself, who wanted to expose his true Kshatriya identity. After leaving Parshuramji's ashram, Karna wandered for some time. During this, he was learning Shabd Bedi Vidya. During the practice, he mistook a cow's calf for a wild animal and shot an arrow at it and the calf was killed. Then the Brahmin, the owner of that cow, cursed Karna that just as he had killed a helpless animal, he too would be killed one day when he would be most helpless and when all his attention would be on something other than his enemy. Will happen. Thus Karna became a very diligent and accomplished disciple of Parshurama. Karna lived in the shelter of Duryodhana. Guru Dronacharya organized an amphitheater in Hastinapur after the completion of the education of his disciples. Arjun proved to be a disciple with special archery skills in the arena. Then Karna entered the stage and challenged Arjuna to a duel, surpassing the feats performed by him. When Kripakarya rejected Karna's duel and asked him about his dynasty and kingdom because according to the rules of a duel only a prince could challenge Arjuna, who was the prince of Hastinapur, to a duel. Then Duryodhana, the eldest of the Kauravas, declared Karna as Angraj so that he would be eligible for a duel with Arjuna. When Karna asked Duryodhana what he wanted from him in return, Duryodhana said that he only wanted Karna to be his friend. Some of the main relationships of the Mahabharata were established after this event, such as the strong relationship between Duryodhana and Karna, the intense rivalry between Karna and Arjuna, and the animosity between the Pandavas and Karna. Karna was a loyal and true friend of Duryodhana. Although he later participates in gambling to please Duryodhana, he was against it from the beginning. Karna did not like Shakuni and always advised Duryodhana to use his fighting skills and muscle power to defeat his enemies and not by devious tricks. When the attempt to kill the Pandavas at Lakshagriha fails, Karna scolds Duryodhana for his cowardice and says that all cowardly tricks fail and tells him that he should act like a warrior and whatever you want to get it through your bravery. Karna also helped Duryodhana in marrying the princess of Chitrangad. She rejected Duryodhana in her Swayamvara and then Duryodhana took her away by force. Then the other kings present there followed him, but Karna single-handedly defeated them all. Among the defeated kings were Jarasandha, Shishupala, Dantavakra, Salva and Rukmi etc. As a token of appreciation to Karna, Jarasandha gave a part of Magadha to Karna. Bhima later defeated Jarasandha with the help of Sri Krishna, but long before that Karna defeated him alone. It was Karna who had exposed the weakness of Jarasandha, that he could be killed only by tearing his torso from the legs and dividing it into two pieces.